going to say, Adipia, raising capital is a crucial component of this business, right? So maybe you could talk to us about your experience early on, realizing the need to connect with investors. Like, how did you start connecting with people, and then, of course, kind of guiding them on these incredible alternative investments?
Right. I mean, I guess I kind of stumbled into it. I first started being in investor relations when I worked at that hedge fund in Switzerland, years and years ago. And that was more formal investor relations. And I have good people skills. I mean, that's just kind of who I am. It never really occurred to me until until the crowdfunding, until Patch of Land. And I was the CMO and I was running marketing, but in reality, I was really running investor relations as well, because it was customer focused. So my customers, well, I had two customers. I had the borrower base and I had the investor base, but I was mostly focused on the investor side, and the borrower side was a little more sales oriented. So that's when I started to kind of put together this older, not older, but like former life that I had with the investing and the banking and everything, and kind of applying everything that I learned to investors, because we're asking them to trust us with their money. And so I didn't think about it as investor relations. I just thought about it as an exercise in building trust, and which is still how I think about it today. And so that was my baseline, is I want you to trust me because I'm trustworthy. We're, doing our best, and there's like transparency and truth and accountability. And there's a lot of things that go into it. But it's my role and my responsibility to give you all of that information so that you can make an informed decision and be comfortable. And if you're not comfortable, then take a minute, take an hour, take a day. And maybe it's not ever right for you. And so it's never it's never a forceful thing. I just had a conversation with somebody the other day, and they were kind of coming in, we were closing a deal, and it, pretty much like 11th hour, like we were just closing it. And this person actually asked me, like, what would you tell me to sort of like push me over the line? And I said that we're going to have plenty more deals. So there's no rush. And
Wow.
please, do not, I basically said, don't come into the deal if you feel rushed, because there's going to be so many more. And so I feel like, to me, investor relations is just about helping people feel confident that they're making the right decision, and helping them understand how to make that decision for themselves with information. So I guess it's kind of an organic thing that occurred to me that wasn't really, it wasn't like I went out on purpose. But today I'm like, yeah, I raise capital. That's what I do. But I've never really thought about it that way. I've always thought about it as the democratization of capital formation, access. And I get really excited about it because it's so amazing to see that cash flow come through, or when the sales come through and you have like a nice bump in the appreciation, like when you sell the business, it's like, gosh, that's really exciting. I want everybody to feel that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And your strength is really relationship management, and it all just kind of plays a
Right.
part. You want to help people, and that's exactly what you're doing. You
Absolutely.
call it capital raising, but it's really like helping the
Yes.
masses
Yes. Yes.
kind of build